yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 46 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A good pickup there at 22.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 3. Caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Oh, that's right.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty...
And he loses the football a second time.
Oh, my God.
Unfortunately, wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Ready? Hey, check it.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out, had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on that.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Now Mahomes. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And there's a situation where it's a tight end. Once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running the daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24.
We'll talk about one of our weaknesses in defense.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Got to get better there.
This is taken just shy of the 10 and makes it across the 20.
When our safeties are in man-to-man, boy.
At the 23-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure.
Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball. Never
We want to get this blocking together, bro. They are tearing us up.
to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught. Kelce, left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Hello.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out.
Shilo.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's Kelsey on the grab.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Mahomes now to throw.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
Mahomes will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, point keep away. 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw
because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. He's got room at the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll try and throw for it, and they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game.
Oh, my God.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
Oh, we are so sloppy right now.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Settle in, man.
Get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Don't let momentum fuck off. Settle down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I'm not giving him the ball back. Come on.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Able to avoid him at the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They juked him, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Get that kid the ball.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Get that boy the ball.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Texans out onto their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So a nice drive.
The Mahomes Shador shootout.
5 yards in 9 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result...
Shoot it out, boys.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the defense
looked good for a moment, Mahomes.
not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And out come the Chiefs now. We certainly had a sense coming
that kid been having a great special teams day.
That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
I'm still shooting shit, boy.
Chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And now here's another.
I don't understand why they think they can keep throwing them type of shit at us, boy.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Hello?
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 27, Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time.
That was a shootout, Mahomes versus Shador. That was a hell of a shootout, man. Shador mic'd up. Let's see what he's got to say about this game, man. We're going to talk to him at the end of this. Hell of a game, man. They were getting blown out and started with turnovers. And you watch Mahomes' greatness. He brought this game back to an 8-point score in the fourth quarter after being down 4 touchdowns. And then there was the turnaround again, right? Mahomes threw 6 touchdowns in this ball game. You look at the stat line in this game, and the story tells it. 6 touchdowns, but 8 INTs in this game. Looks like the man-to-man for the Houston Texans is starting to play his worth. And you start to see some weaknesses and some strengths in this football game. You got to see something. I think Coach Prime and the Houston Texans can go back with Charles Kelly and figure out more things defensively, as they are leading the league in interceptions, but are giving up the most passing yards in the league. They got to find a way to fix that. I don't know what's going on with with Mahomes. It seems like the weapons is there, but a lot of it is him outside of Kelsey, right? Travis Kelsey and Emeka Egbuka is definitely their number 1 receiver over there, but he had Derek Stingley on him. Although he scored twice today, it was a hard, long day for them. They came and attacked the Houston Texans the way everybody's been attacking them, with short passes and quick things to beat man-to-man, but they held up, man. When you see the defense play the way they play with the turnover game, it's amazing to see, right? Go look at the turnover rate. Shilo Sanders, us moving him from free safety to slot changed everything for him. He had 3 interceptions in this ball game. Gonzalez had 2 and Stingley had 2, with Tavis Martin with 1 in this game. And these are all off adjustments from the bye week. Things that you got to really pay attention to with your football team. You got to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And if you don't pay attention to your strengths and the weaknesses, you'll see NFL teams take advantage of those things, right? And football is a copycat sport, so each week they play, they're getting the same type of system offensively because of that's their weakness, right? But they did a good job today. I just think both sides of the ball played well. I do know Shador would like to have a couple of those throws back, but overall they played a good offensive defensive game. I think the big time thing they got to see today was when they need it. Now, although the turnovers killed them, they started the Chiefs turning the ball over. That's what made them go up. But then Anthony Israel fumbled 3 times. Shador fumbled once. Shador threw 3 interceptions in this ball game. And that's not going to get it done. You want to be a championship football team, you're not going to be able to get it done with that many turnovers. The good thing we got to see, though, was down the stretch when they needed to control the ball, AI was able to run the football for 125 yards and 26 carries. So they got some positives and negatives they're going to take into the next week. But with that being said, man, this Houston Texans team is flying on all cylinders. Big time win in Houston and a shootout with Patrick Mahomes and Shador Sanders.